Okay, I'm delighted to be joined by the last man from Great Britain to be given the title of the undisputed world heavyweight champion, the one and only Lennox Lewis. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. I'm good.
Good to see you. Thanks for doing this
Yes.
today. And look, I introduced you there as the last man to be called the undisputed world heavyweight champion from Great Britain. But hey, your status as that may be under threat because Daniel Dubois gets his chance to become that man very, very soon. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking he's ready. He's been through the trials and tribulations. He's the King Slayer, and he's got the power. He's been there before, so he was just there. He knocked the guy down, so he knows what he needs to do. So it would be great for him to do it. Another man do it for Great Britain. It's not an easy task. But he's definitely the man that can go through with it. He's done the work, he's gone through the pedigree, and he's a certified champion. So, I think he has big hopes on doing it. He's going to do it.
It's an iconic night. I'm here at Wembley Stadium now. We've just had the press conference. There's something special about this place, and he knows it well. He knocked out Anthony Joshua right here. There's something special about Wembley, right, Lennox?
Yeah, real special about Wembley. I remember fighting there a couple times, and it's like a stable for London. If you haven't boxed in Wembley, you haven't felt the vibe of London. So it's definitely his place. He's at home. He's focused. He's determined. This is his dream. So there's nothing stopping him.
You were there that night in September last year when he took on Anthony Joshua in front of 96,000 people. Were you shocked by what you saw that night?
Not shocked. I knew Daniel had it in him. The fact that he had the confidence to go out there, even the ring walk, I could tell he's pretty solid going out there. And I was very happy for him when he won because that shot came from right field and it met its target. So I was happy for him.
And I guess that's part of his journey to this rematch. Since that loss to Alexander Usyk 2 years ago, the wins are Miller, Hergovich, Joshua. This is putting together quite an elite kind of resume at the moment, Lennox.
Yeah, this is what I'm trying to say. He's done the work. The work is fighting these guys and learning as he goes along and gaining the confidence as he did. So he's more confident going in there as a champion. He's not a young guy going in there. It's a guy that's been in there before. So he knows what it takes to win. So he just has to make sure he has a great plan because he's going in there against a great warrior. And Alexander Usyk is a man that, he's study you. So if you throw like two punches, he's gonna be throwing four punches. So, he's got to make sure that he rallies on his combinations and, he's got the power ready. So just focus on speed.
Well, we've just had the press conference here at Wembley Stadium ahead of their rematch, and a lot of the discussion, instigated by myself, was about that shot in the first fight. Was it low? Was it fine? Was it legal? Where does Lennox Lewis stand on this?
I stand on, well, obviously he's seen a weakness in the first fight. So I believe that, there's a weakness there. You got to attack it. And don't give him no shortcuts, in this fight. This fight's everything. And I know Daniel's a pretty determined and focused fighter. So he's going to be ready for this fight and that he's going to go out there and he's going to want to win. He's just going to want to win because this is his dream.
But that punch in the fifth round of the first fight 2 years ago, what did you think?
Well, my eyes are not too good, but I would say that the ref let Alexander Usyk off in that punch. Gave him the benefit of the doubt.
And that's been really the argument from the Dubois side, is that Alexander Usyk, perhaps a different referee on a different night in a different stadium, which wasn't National Independence Day for Ukraine, maybe a different ref would have started counting that night.
Yeah, Absolutely. It really depends on the refs. Also, a lot of fights really depend on the judges. This is why you got to bring your own judges and get in there and mix it up. But I'm pretty confident with Daniel. He's a great guy. Like I said, he works hard. This is his time. He's got to seize it. He's got to put in the work. And he's never come so close to this type of situation before. So he's got to make the best of it.
And what does it mean when you're looking for vengeance? You've been there a couple of times in your career where you want it back. You want to erase that from your record books. What's that going to mean to Daniel?
It's going to mean a lot. I mean, this is what he's going to probably set out to do. He wants to. He was that close, so he knows what he needs to do to become successful in his drive to become an undisputed heavyweight champ.
How good is Alexander Usyk, Lennox? Because we've had Tony Bellew try and beat him, Derek Chisora, AJ twice, Tyson Fury, Daniel himself. They've all tried. No one's beaten him yet.
Alexander Usyk is a great fighter, and he does more. He does more. When you watch him, he studies his opponent. He works hard. He makes sure he's in great shape, and he's always got a plan, a fighting plan. And if that one fails, he's got another one. A lot of these guys are coming out. They don't have a plan, and when that first plan fails, they don't have another one. So, but he actually has a plan and carries it out. You can see him carrying out his plan, and you got to make sure your plan's even better you know. Um, when I boxed against Evander Holyfield, I realized that he was a good technical fighter and he throws some good punches. He had good defense. And I watched that. I watched all of that and I counteracted. I said, okay, this is how he does his defense. This is where he picks up in the seventh round. These kind of little hints are going to help you be successful because you got to, not every boxer is the same. Everybody's got a weakness, even me. So you just got to be able to find it.
I think when you left the sport, I believe you were either 37 or 38. Am I right there, Lennox?
38. Same age as Muhammad Ali when he retired.
And the same age as Alexander Usyk right now. Will his body be able to do the things that they could do even a couple of fights ago, even 24 rounds ago, heading into that Tyson Fury fight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you slow down as you get older, and you never know what can happen in any fight. Some guy could throw a great shot, which your chin could happen to be in the way of, and uh, and it could be a bad night for you. You got to make sure it's a good night for you. You got to go out there and say it's going to be a good night for me. And why is it going to be a good night? Because I'm going to be doing what I want to do and the things that mean the most in this fight for me to win.
I don't know if you've seen the clip yet. It was doing the rounds yesterday. There was a few clips. There's another one we'll speak about. But yesterday, Daniel Dubois and Alexander Usyk came face to face at the centre circle at Wembley Stadium, and Daniel gave him a push. You don't often see that happen to Alexander, or you don't often see it from Daniel. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but if he pushed him, then that means he's pretty serious. He's got to back that up. And, he looks like he's wanting to go in there and back that up.
What would your advice be to Daniel Dubois heading into this, looking to become undisputed, the first since yourself in 1999? What would your advice be to that young man?
All or nothing, all or nothing. You got to go out there and give it your all. I mean, for me, mentally, I said, listen, I'm going out there to give it my all. The only way he's going to win is to knock me out. But other than that, I'm coming right at him. If he throws two punches, I'm throwing four. You know, I'm doing something different that he hasn't seen before. I'm not going to be the same person. I'm gonna show him something different and capitalize on it.
Fantastic. Listen, we're going to relay that to Daniel. I just want to keep you on a couple more things. There's another
Yeah.
young heavyweight. There's always an assembly line of new heavyweights coming through. Young Moses Itauma, just 20 years old. Has he caught your eye at all? He seems to be pulling up trees right now.
Yeah. I mean, He's knocking a lot of people out. Is I like his attitude about it. He's got that search and destroy kind of thing, and it's great to see. Technically, obviously he's growing technically as the fights go on, and I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Well, we look forward to that. He's back in action very soon. Final one for you, Lennox. I saw a clip circulating of a younger Lennox Lewis speaking to a younger Chris Eubank and a Chris Eubank Jr., 13 years old.
Look
That's
at that, eh?
amazing.
Amazing, yeah. I seen it in his eyes. If you look at the video, his eyes were ready. He was ready for boxing. He wanted to box. He wanted to prove himself. And, you know, I didn't want, Chris to stop that. Don't stop his dreams. This is his dreams. Although, Chris is in the sport and he doesn't like the sport in the sense of like it's for people just get beat up, he says. But, it's a sport that he was in. Obviously, his son would love to be in it as well and carry the family torch like he did so well.
Well, it was great to see. It almost felt like you did the convincing to Senior, and Junior's got you to thank, Lennox.
Yeah, I mean, I was part of it. I'm happy to be part of it. Giving kids aspirations. This is why I run Lennox Lewis League of Champ boxing camps and to help young kids aspire to be great.
And sometimes you just see it in their eyes, Lennox.
Yes, I can tell.
That's a beautiful thing. Has Chris Junior, either of the Chris's, reached out since that clip's been doing the rounds? Have you spoken to them at all?
Yeah. I spoke to Chris and wished him congratulations. So everything's good.
Everything's good. Brilliant to speak to you, Lennox Lewis.
All right.
Been an honor, and I hope to speak to you again very, very soon. Is there anything you want to add before I let you go?
No, I'm happy to see these great fights come about and actually happen, and I look forward to watching them.
Are you going to come to Wembley Stadium July 19th?
Yes, I'll be there.
I will.
I will be there.
I'll see you there, sir. Thank you so
All right.
much. Thank Geraldine as well. Best of luck.
Okay, no problem.
Daniel Dubois had a big opportunity.
The chance to rock the world.
Alexander Usyk, he's a master.
He has the heart bigger than this room.
It was the feints that really seemed to unsettle Daniel Dubois.
Then,
Against all the odds, it happened.
Time froze. We're waiting. Wow, he's done it. He's done it.
And I shouted out to Daniel, wow, you've done it, you've won.
Our surprise, there was no count.
Моя думка, що рефері зробив все правильно.
the fans, they divided into two camps.
Was it low? Was it borderline?
I thought that punch was a punch from the gods.
He landed it right on the line.
I have the view that the shot was okay.
Muhammad Ali always talked about a quarter of an inch.
The guards are that big, very, very close.
I say that's a legal shot.
It was a real low blow.
You know it was a legal blow.
Frank.
What the referee did next was outrageous.
The seconds are ticking by. Suddenly, the minutes are ticking by.
He said, no, take some more time.
There were 3 minutes and 45 seconds of Alexander Usyk recovering.
Usyk came back, dropped him in the 8th round and stopped him in the 9th.
Up until now, there's still a question mark.
Usyk has shown that he is the man.
Usyk's beaten Joshua twice. He's beaten Fury twice. He's the closest that I've watched and thought, you've mastered boxing.
He's the defining champion of the era.
This version of Daniel Dubois,
Beating Jerome Miller, beating Philip Hergovich. Then to go to Wembley Stadium.
Daniel goes in as the underdog.
He was like a man possessed.
I knew we was going to win that fight.
Anthony Joshua eviscerated him.
Seeking the story, that's how I fight.
This is the guy ready to take the throne.
2 semi-finals. You had Usyk fighting Fury, you had Dubois fighting AJ. This is like the final.
This rematch against Usyk is completely different.
Taking place
At Wembley Stadium, 90+ thousand people.
all the belts on the line.
in front of a global audience, live on DAZN.
Now we have a chance to see who is the best.
It's going to be something special.
Do not blink.